So we hope you guys are really going to enjoy this. We had a lot of fun making it. And like I said, we want to thank everyone for all the feedback that they gave us, because really we wouldn't be here now without all that feedback guiding us and letting us know what you guys wanted in the game and what we were able to produce for you while still trying to keep it at a fairly low cost. And we don't want anybody having to pay $100 for a game, especially one that we want to play, because we probably have a hard time coming up with $100 to play it. So what we have here now is, if you guys remember, you guys want to take a look at some of the old stuff, all we really had is we just had these round discs for pawns. That's all we had. And everyone kept saying, wow, if you guys had miniatures. Well, here's the thing with miniatures. Miniatures are very, very expensive. You got to have 3D modelers. You got to have molds made. You got to have them printed or 3D printed, depending on the kind of technology and the kind of hardware you have. And that was just something, unfortunately, that was going to drive the cost of the game up. So what we decided to do is we did decide to incorporate all of your suggestions, and we do actually have, if you guys want to take a look at this, we do have playable character pawns now. These are actually going to be die-cut cardboard pawns. Believe me, these things are really, really durable. Just the die cut that we've made and how they're constructed, I mean, this is just a prototype, and these things actually have held up for quite a while. There's been extensive beta testing with these things, so they do actually hold up quite a bit. And this is going to be one piece. This is actually one piece of cardboard that is die cut, and it's Ginger. Cat. So this is one piece of die-cut cardboard. So you're going to be able to pop this out. It's going to be perforated in 3 spots, and we'll let you guys know how to put these together, because literally all you have to do is bend it. And then this is a magnetic-based combat system, and you're going to see how that works in just a second. But this right here, quite simply, has a magnet in the bottom of it. Now that magnet's going to be an adhesive back magnet, so to be able to put this together, you don't need any kind of glue or anything. All you do is just fold it on the perforations, stick the magnet on the bottom, and you've got a pawn. And again, a pretty durable pawn. So why exactly do we have all these discs out here? What we want to show you is the fact that this is a combat system. This isn't just our response to the fact that miniatures are really expensive and we don't want to hike up the cost of the game. Like, this is actually in response to, we don't have to have the hypodermic sliders anymore. In fact, we don't have to have the sliders on the game pieces anymore. This is going to cut down on costs. It's going to cut down on movable pieces of the game, and it's actually going to make gameplay easier. So again, this is all based on your guys' suggestions. So right now we have this pawn right here. And again, this is a magnet-based system. So when you start playing the game, you'll be moving throughout the board with our pawn. This one, of course, is Murder Doll, and we have a couple more. I don't want to show you Camp Killer over here because the entire thing's assembled, and I kind of want a nice little lead in so that we can be all dramatic. So Murder Doll has already been assembled. It's already been cut out of the cardboard, and it's been put together. You can hear the magnet on the other side. These magnets actually are pretty strong. This is the one thing that we're looking at as far as our distributors right now, is the strength magnet. But this is a working prototype. This actually works in the game right now. So this isn't something that we're going to tell you with more money you'll be able to have. This is working right now. This will be in the final game. So you grab your pawn and you move spaces on the board. I don't want to put the board here because I wanted to highlight these. Depending on your dice roll. And then when you come to either a victim or another player and you get into combat mode, you're going to pick up another disc. Now this right here is just our counter disc. So this is going to enable you to start tracking your points or your health. And it's very simple. Like, I'll show you. Here's the pawn, right? Here's our counter disc. That's literally how they fit together. These are both magnetized. So let's say you start out with a health of 35. By the way, these are really easy to read too. So you start out with a 35. Let's say you roll. You're in combat. You don't hit the person. They hit you, and they're taking off 6 points from your health. This is literally how easy this is to track your point system now. If we were 35, we are now going to go down to 29. And now we know you're at 29. Not only are you able to see this, but you don't need another piece in front of you, so you can keep that area in front of you now totally clear for your cards to be able to play and not have to worry about that counter. The counter is going to be, again, on the pawn as it moves. This is seriously how easy gameplay is now for horror boards. So now that we have our counter on here, and let's say for whatever reason we get 5 more knocked off, now we're down to 25. Now you want to play a weapon. Instead of putting chits on the weapon cards like we had before, these weapon discs, which right now these have weapon discs have 5 turns, so you can use your weapon 5 times. By the way, these come with quite a few weapon discs. The game comes with quite a few counters so that you make sure you have everything that you need. This weapon disc, again, is part of the magnetized system. You're going to see a little arrow right here on your counter disc. You just want to line that up with the number of turns you have left on your weapon. And all we're going to do, this is how easy it is, we just equip our weapon disc. And already we are building our combat system. This is how easy it is. And look at how many different kinds of discs we're going to be able to equip to our pawn. Quite a few. So, what happens when, say for example, you use your weapon for 1 turn? I'm trying to get this so that you guys can see it. This is how simple this is. Now it's down to 4. That is how easy it is to track weapon turns. It's that simple. So let's say we use another turn. We're now down to 3. This is about as easy and yet as dynamic a combat system as we could have hoped for the game.